practice making equivalent fractions using models, but today I'm going to show you a new method that doesn't take quite as much drawing. So if you multiply the numerator and the denominator by the same number, you can form an equivalent fraction. So let me show you something fancy. We're going to take 1/4, so that's kind of like what we did with our model drawings, and we're going to multiply it by 2/2. So I'll show you the model just so you can see what it looks like. I'm going to draw two models, and the first one is going to be 1/4, so I need 4 parts, and I'm trying to find an equivalent fraction to 1/4. Now I am going to double it. Now this is the same as multiplying it by 1/2. When I multiply the numerator and the denominator by the same number, I'm just multiplying it by 1. So I can multiply straight across when we do it like this. So 1/2 is going to equal, let's see, 1 times 2 equals 2. 4 times 2 equals 8. So let's see if that's the case. I'm going to split this fraction bar into 8ths, and if I color in 2 of them, aha, it's the same. These are equivalent. So 1/4 and 2/8 are equivalent. Okay, so here I've got 1/4, and they just chose 3. But if you choose 3, you have to multiply the top and the bottom by 3. That's the only way you can make an equivalent fraction, because it has to be equal to 1. So now we're going to multiply straight across the numerators. 1 times 3 is 3. 4 times 3 is 12. So 1/4 and 3/12 are equivalent. Okay, I'm going to pause this video, and I would like you to solve 4/6 for an equivalent fraction multiplied by 2/2 and multiplied by 4/4. Give it a go. All right, did you get 8/12 and 16/24 for the next two? If you did, give yourself a pat on the back. The next part says, find an equivalent fraction by multiplying the numerator and the denominator by a number of your choice. Here it is. You get to choose. The important thing is the numerator and the denominator have to be multiplied by the same number. Do not do 1. 1/1 is a whole, but it doesn't change your fraction. So if I multiplied this by 1/1, my answer would still be 2/3. That's not the equivalent fraction, that's the same fraction. That's not what we want to do, okay? So we want to pick any number, and the important thing is it has to equal 1/2. So let's do 3/3, for example. I just picked 3. 2 times 3 is 6. 3 times 3 is 9. Bam. 2/3 and 6/9 are equivalent fractions. You can choose any numbers. Kaylin, give me a number. Yeah, 7. She says 7. We can do 7/7. Just has to be the same on the top and the bottom. 1 times 7 is 7. 5 times 7 is 35. Easy peasy, right? You can choose any number, okay? So let's finish up this page. 1/2. I'm gonna multiply it by, how about 5/5? Okay, so I multiply straight across. 1 times 5 is 5. 2 times 5 is 10. 1/2, 5/10, equivalent. 2/5, let's do one more together. You can multiply this by any number. I've done 3, I've done 7, I've done 5. Let's do 6. 2 times 6, I'm multiplying straight across. 12. 5 times 6, 30. 2/5, 12/30, equivalent. All right, carry on. I would like you to finish these pages that look like this, where you're multiplying by the number and then making up your own number. So you have, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4 more pages to do, and I will post the key at the end. Good luck.